Okay, this is the third time I've tried to do this video. The first time, I couldn't talk. Second time, I forgot to hit record halfway through my freaking story. So, this video is going to be a rant, and since I'm already pissed, this should be pretty interesting. So, again, for the third time in the last 10 minutes, I met this kid. That's his name throughout the story, is this kid. I met him in the beginning of my freshman year. We dated like 4 times. Things never worked out. But then we started flirting again, all in texting over the summer. And one night, my neighbor person decided that, or asked me if she could use my phone. I was like, okay, fine, just let me know if this kid texts back. She never said that he did. I'm like, okay, his phone must have died. But no! My neighbor decided to tell him that when I was like 12, I got raped and had a kid, and I have this 3-year-old at my house now. What? Okay, I was like 14. If this happened 2 years ago, how do I have a 3-year-old? 14 or 15. Either way, it wouldn't have worked. I think it would be pretty obvious, since I was at that high school. I think it'd be pretty obvious if I were pregnant. Whatever. So it took me a few days to convince him I don't have a kid, blah, blah, blah. But he decided that my problems were too much for him, and he never wanted to talk to me again. Okay, whatever, fine. But then a couple months later, I think it's like October of my sophomore year. Oh my god, it was wow, that was a long time ago. He gives me a note with his phone number asking me to text him. And it had a penguin on it. It was the penguin that convinced me to text him, because most people, when they're about to be the biggest jerk ever, don't put a penguin on things. At least I don't. Penguins are genuinely pretty nice creatures. So, I try to... You never see a penguin on something like an obituary or a parking ticket. Or a parking ticket or anything. So, I'm like, alright, whatever, okay, I'll text him. So I did. And he was telling me that he was sorry for being a jerk, whatever, and he wanted to be friends again. I said, yeah, okay, fine. I really actually wanted to be friends with him again. I just didn't want to cause a bunch of unnecessary drama. God knows I had plenty of that. But over the school year, we became really, really close. You know, I was the first person he told he was bi, and then I was the first person he told he was gay. We talked about pretty much everything. We did this question game thing where pretty much between every class we were trading off questions and answers. There were like 30 questions at a time. And so we really got to know each other. Really became close. And then when things went down at my house and I moved, I moved, by the way. When things went down and I moved, he was pretty much the only friend from that I kept in contact with. So, you know, obviously the friendship meant something. So, we became even closer, I think, after I left. We talked on the phone every day, hung out every weekend. We talked about everything, like my issues at home and my cutting, and about his issues at home and his being gay and his boyfriends, and so yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, one day I come to school. It was May 20th. This school year. Our other friend was like, "Oh yeah, this kid broke up with his boyfriend because he likes you." Wait, what? So I talked to him that day, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and you know, he was my best friend for how long. We dated so many times. I don't think I ever had a chance to stop liking him. And plus, friends always have crushes on friends of the opposite gender. It's just nature. So yeah. So pretty much when he told me this, I was like, holy crap, sweet. But then 6 days later, couldn't even make it a week before something happened. I have to go to the hospital because I cut my wrist too deep. Right away when I got home, as soon as I possibly could, I called him. Um, and then we got off the phone around 1 or 1:30 because he was so tired and he was falling asleep, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. And then the next day at school, or I mean not at school, we were hanging out and everything was freaking great. Perfect day. It was me, him, my best friend, our mutual friend, and then this other guy. Those are the code names for the video. So don't get confused. We're all hanging out, and this kid was with me all day. We were pretty much dating. It seems like anyway. So yeah. But then next day and then I get home, and then with all the issues that had happened the day before, my aunt decided to plaster all over my Facebook page crap that she knows obviously nothing about because I haven't seen her since like February. So I don't know what she was talking about, but so that just kind of immediately ruined my day. But it's nothing to the day I was going to have the next day. Monday I get to school, and my best friend was, I had to kind of convince her, but she had something big that she had to tell me. And I guess because she said me and this kid, I was like, you guys slept together, didn't you? Just joking. And I was right. So the day that I ended up in the hospital, and he's so worried, he's banging my best friend. Sweet. So I only spent like an hour, half an hour upset about this because it's not like we were dating yet. And so I couldn't really get mad at him. I was a little upset at my best friend though because she like knew how I felt about him and stuff, but it's nothing like I was never going to talk to them again or anything like that. Things were going to be fine. In fact, like the next day I was fine with everybody. But then the next day I spend the entire day trying to convince him not to hate himself. Just when I think it's going to work out, he said, you're going to hate me. Okay, why? But he wouldn't tell me, so I spent 45 minutes freaking out, thinking that he's, like, trying to kill himself, or something like that. Thank God that wasn't the case, but I even guessed what was wrong. I said, you're back with your ex-boyfriend, aren't you? He's like, oh no, it's worse than that. Okay, but he sent me this in a Facebook message what had happened. I'm like, alright, whatever. So I go home, check Facebook, found out he went back to his ex. How that's worse than going back to his ex, I don't know. But apparently, he felt so bad for being such a dick and sleeping with my best friend that he had to make up for it by being an even bigger dick. Or smaller, depending on the situation. But, whatever. A Facebook message? Really? You couldn't call me at least, or even when I guessed it while I was texting you, you couldn't say yeah? A Facebook message? Really? Grow a pair. You can talk to me about anything else? I wasn't even mad at you anymore, but yet, whatever. Fine. This was the first person that I'd let myself get close to in 3 years. And it took 9 days for all of us to go to hell. 9 days. Well, I guess 10. The 10th day he went back to his ex. 10 days. We went from, hey, I like you, to, hey, I think I'm pretty much going to marry you, to, oh, never mind, okay, bye. Because that's what it was. He told me a few times that he could see us actually working and never breaking up and blah, blah. We didn't even get together before things went to hell. He ruined one of my favorite bands. You know my name, Miss Bipolar? I got it from Blood on the Dance Floor song. I can't stand Blood on the Dance Floor now because of this kid. Do I have to change my name now? I don't think so, because it took me forever to come up with this one. But I can't swear because my grandma's watching this. I don't even know what to say. I had this all planned out. But whatever. I'm not gonna sweat it much. But, I mean, come on. Facebook message. That's the part that gets me. We talk on the phone. every night. He's told me things much harder than that. But no. He does it in a Facebook message and starts talking about how much he wished he wasn't doing this and blah blah blah. He wishes things were different, but yet he keeps doing it. And even now when I text him, he's all, oh, I'm so sorry, I was such a dick, and I wish things weren't this way, and I wish I could change it and fix it and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, dude, you kind of have the opportunity to fix it, and you're just not. Okay. But, I mean, if you're happy with your new ex, not whoever he is, that's great. I'd rather you be happy than completely miserable, but at the same time, it's like, really? Seriously? Oh, that stinks. Ugh. Whatever. I mean, I'm with somebody now, and I'm fine with that, but at the same time, it's like, quit whining about how you wish it was different if you're not gonna change it. I mean, if it's possible, I'd like to save our friendship. We've both invested way too much in it just to give it up over nothing. But, because, you know, now, any trust I could have had for him is gone. If he ever tells me again that he likes me, 1, I'm not going to be able to, like, let myself get close to him again. 2, I'm not going to be able to be sure that he means it. 3, I'm not going to be able to be myself because I don't know when it's going to end. So, yeah. There's my rant. It's not as angry and swear-filled as I thought it was. Mostly because I know there's elderly women watching and I don't want to give them a heart attack. That and my entire house is sleeping, so I can't exactly scream into the computer screen. But yeah, I don't hate either of you. If you're happy with each other, perfect. But stop complaining about how much this sucks for you. Because this was all your decision. You chose to sleep with my best friend. You chose to go back with your ex. You chose to stay with your ex. There's a bird back there, if you can hear it. I think it's that smell. Because you're not supposed to have strong smells by birds. Can I have her, please? No, I can't. Thank you. Oh! Okay. I have a bird. So yeah, there's my rant. Can't think of anything else that I can say. That was only the first syllable, first 2 letters of the F word. So yeah. Goodbye.